Hey everyone, and welcome to Crap from the 80s. I am your host, Chris Seaver, and I am back with a little nugget of a video for you. This one's just a info drop, what's going on, pertaining some episodes of Crap from the 80s as well. What's going on with the movies and all of that good stuff. And then, of course, the Christmas sale that's happening right now, guys. I do want to talk about that. So let's do it right off the bat. Christmas sale is going on. Do it every year. We have some new titles. We have Low Budget Pictures Classics Volume 7, which is another double feature for the folks who are collecting a lot of my older stuff. And this disc has some real gems on it, let me tell you. So they're both short films. One is from 2006 called "Twas the Teen Ape and Bubbles, 'Twas the Funk Before Christmas." And it's two of the characters that people know from my films trying to figure out who stole Santa Claus and get Santa Claus back and all the presents and all that stuff. And it's gross and it's silly and it's stupid, ridiculous. You know, it's my comedy, my humor. And the second feature is from 2008. It's another short film, and it's called The Blue Cheese Brothers, which has sort of become like a legend within the collection of my films. Both the Blue Cheese Brothers and "Twas the Funk Before Christmas" were not wide releases. They were mostly sold at conventions or, random DVDs here and there if people wanted them, but it wasn't like they weren't, it wasn't for mass consumption really, and we made a bunch of those throughout the history of LBP. But Blue Cheese Brothers, because of just how ridiculously absurd and dumb it is, and a certain sex scene that's in the movie, and that it's an Ernest P. Worrell sort of fan film, if you will. It mixes all of that weird, offensive grossness, silly absurdity, and then you've got some Ernest stuff, and I play Ernest in the fan film. And this was 2008, but people really seem to like how just ridiculously dumb it is. And it's finally on this Blu-ray disc, thanks to Zach Oliveris and Zodoc Films, who have been lovingly restoring all of the older LBP films and putting out these great Blu-ray sets. Also, the 1994 Reservoir Dogs parody we did called "Four Guys Named Mister" is on as a bonus feature with commentary by myself and my cousin Casey Bowker, who plays Teen Ape. That's on the disc as a feature. There's also a retrospective talking about "Twas the Funk Before Christmas" and Blue Cheese Brothers by myself and Casey. And then there's some footage, some raw footage of, we had a public access show in Wellsville, where I grew up, in the mid-90s. This is from 95, and it was called Splatter, and we did a few episodes for public access. And so some of the raw footage of that is on the disc as well. It's a great disc for anyone who wants to sort of, catch up and get everything Low Budget Pictures from my past and whatnot. And it's limited right now. We did 25 of them, and there's 10 left for the pre-orders. And then I also do these Saturday morning sleepover volumes, and I only do 25 of them each time. and volume 5 is in this new sale as well, and it's We Wish You an 80s Christmas. So, of course, as you know, my Saturday morning sleepovers are all 80s, and I curate hours upon hours of 80s cartoons, television shows, commercials, music videos, and oddities, and I edit it all together. And this time I did the Christmas edition, which is 5.5 hours, and that is for sale as well. So the LBP volume 7 is 30, and the Saturday morning sleepover volume 5 Christmas edition is 25. So that's the sale, and it's going on until, and that has 11 discs left. And you can, I mean, I do it through PayPal. You can get a hold of me. You can look at the ad. And you can also find the ad on my Instagram at Warlock Home Video. It's also on the Facebooks. So you look for it there. But you can get a hold of me at warlockhomevideo@gmail.com to find out how to order them. And that's going till December 8th. And really, whenever the discs come in, that's when I'm going to start shipping out to everybody. But the sale ends December 8th. In case I still have stuff to sell during that time, I want to be sure to get everything out in time before Christmas for everybody, which is, always a little a crapshoot when it comes to the holidays, mail time, the post office, all that shit. Also, I don't talk about it enough, but we do have a TeePublic, It Crept from the 80s. And that is also the link. Well, the URL is on the ad. And we have a bunch of shirts. It's Low Budget Picture shirts, Warlock Home Video shirts, and It Crept from the 80s shirts. And they are on the site. And we should probably start promoting those. Sometimes I forget. But yeah, you can go to teepublic.com/It Crept from the 80s. And, pick up some shirts or pillowcases or whatever they offer with the designs we have. We just put a new design up by Dynamite Tiger, who did a Crept from the 80s logo for us in the style of Back to the Future, which is awesome. But yeah, go check that out. So that's going on now, guys. The sale is on, and it's going on until December 8th. I would like to talk about my new movie. I would love to tell everybody what it's all about and the why it was made and the history behind it and the significance of it, but I still can't yet. Our producer, J.R. Bookwalter, and MakeFlix, they are not letting us talk about it yet. After over 20 years, JR has just made a new film, and it's coming out, and I was lucky enough to see it when I was editing my new film at his place. And that's exciting. It's called Side Effects May Vary, and it's going to be playing theatrical throughout the country starting in January. And you can look for updates on that at Tempe Video or makeflix.com, or look for JR Bookwalter on all the socials. Or Side Effects May Vary, which is, but I saw it and it's awesome, and I'm really excited for hardcore long-term Bookwalter fans to finally see what he's done after so long. But that's going to be coming out, and I think that we're going to have some double features going on as well with my new film and JR's new film, doing these theatrical runs. And that's the thing, before it even hits physical, my new movie will also have, through MakeFlix, a theatrical run convention screenings and festival screenings and all that stuff before MakeFlix releases the Blu-ray and the streaming. And I would assume that's going to be, later next year sometime after all the screenings and the theatrical run and whatnot. But I'm excited for that. I'm excited for everybody to see it. Believe me, when you find out what it is, LBP and Warlock fans are just going to be like, why couldn't you say anything? I don't know. JR doesn't want to peep yet, so we can't really talk about it. But I'm happy with it, and I'm excited for people to see it. And I'm excited for it to have that theatrical run, too, which would be nice just to see how people respond to it. In that vein, we are going full force with Wellsville Nights, the 80s/90s parody that I'm doing of teen high school dramas, soap operas from back in those days. We shot it as authentic as we could. We shot it to tape. We shot it broadcast video, which is awesome. Ridiculous melodrama, overacting, bad acting, the trials and tribulations of teenagers. But I throw in the supernatural element as well. And then, of course, my absurd humor. But it's all played straight. It's all played like those shows, like Degrassi Junior High or 15 or 90210. And you can watch the sizzle reel of the pilot now on the channel. There's a little over 2-minute compilation of the first episode, the pilot of the show, which we shot last year. And we'll be launching a crowdfunding for the season so that we can make the rest of the season. There's 7 other episodes that are written, and we're just hoping to be able to make them next year. With any luck, we'll do like 4 episodes in one chunk and then 4 episodes in another chunk of the year next year, depending on how much we're able to raise. And we want to go out to all the 1980s, social influencers that are out there, and just try to spread the word for it as much as possible. Hit up some conventions under the Wellsville Nights banner and, show off the pilot. And people who do donate will be able to get, the pilot episode and watch the pilot episode. But they'll also be able to get the all of the season once it's done on physical media. Our goal is to, once all 8 episodes are finished, we want to get it up on some streaming sites and get an audience that way, get some buzz that way, and see if people also find it amusing and nostalgic at what we're trying to do with this. I didn't necessarily grow up loving those types of shows other than Degrassi Junior High, which I still love to this day. But I love, as you guys know, the 80s are, that's my time, man. That is my time. And I grew up in the entirety of the 80s, and I soaked up everything, pop culture, and I love just being in that world as much as possible. And this was a really fun thing to do, and marinating for a long time, for years actually. And luckily during the pandemic, I was able to sort of get the group together and write the show and plan the show out we have 4 seasons planned if we're able to do something like that. If people love the first season, hopefully we're able to make the entire first season. But yeah, if you love the 1980s, if you have a nostalgia for that, if you love your childhood, if you like parody or poking fun at, those types of things, teen dramas and how serious that stuff was. And you want to see 40-somethings playing 15-year-olds, which is part of the 80s charm. But with some supernatural spook 'em ups thrown in there. It's very much like Dark Shadows, chintzy and really low budget, zero budget type looking special effects and atmosphere added with the 80s teen drama soap opera stuff. So with that authentic look and everything. So yeah, Wellsville Nights is full steam ahead. I would assume we're going to start the crowdfunding in probably February, I would believe. But we're raring to go. We're raring to go. So we got Wellsville Nights and we got the new movie that we'll be promoting as well. So that's going to be really fun. And then, yeah, guys, 'tis the season, right? My favorite time of the year is upon us. If you know me, if you know the channel long enough, you know that while I am a hardcore horror fan and I love me some Halloween, my favorite holiday has always been Christmas. And we go nuts around Christmas, and we do, Christmas-themed episodes, of course, which will be coming on strong. But we have some stuff planned. Finally, I'm going to be able to get some people over here, and we're going to be shooting some stuff, which is awesome. Yeah, so we got that stuff to look forward to. Casey and I are going to be doing the media, the pop culture that we soaked up during the year, and we're going to do our favorites of 2023. So that'll be coming at the end of the year. And sort of what we always do what we're looking forward to for 2024. It's kind of a messed up year with the strikes and all the pushbacks. I mean, we're still dealing with pushes from the pandemic, and now we've got pushes from the strikes. So it's going to be an interesting 2024 as far as movies and television and all that stuff that we're really looking forward to. So, and then to end this video, guys, I do have a very small, I have a small toy show off. I am really enjoying how Hasbro / Kenner are doing their vintage line or their retro line as well. They do their retro stuff that is pretty much just recreations of the original Kenner toys, which I really dig. And then they do these the vintage line, which has a little more articulation, but the carding is recreation of the Kenner cards from back in the day. And I just picked up from the 1985 cartoon, the Ewok line. This is Wicket. And of course it's just recreating the cards, and I love it. And the coins, 1985, Power of the Force, Ewoks, the Droids cartoon, and the Droid line, very short-lived. But I dig them. I have C-3PO and R2-D2 on my wish list. Yeah, I have. That is how people shop for me, folks. For my birthday or Christmas, I've got 2 Amazon wish lists that people they're always full. And so there's never, I'm probably the easiest person to shop for during birthdays or holidays because it's all there. I just, anything that I want, I just add, and people just pick at it. But yeah, those were pretty awesome. And then as you guys know, I have been really loving the Masters of the Universe Origins line. And they are going to be putting out the Filmation line of the Origins line. But they call it the Cartoon Collection. And so we've got Masters of the Universe Cartoon Collection Origins Beastman. See, he looks like he does on the cartoon, on the animated show. Yeah. And then we've got He-Man. And I have all the Super 7 ones that they did for the Filmation. And they look great as well. And they're more akin to the molds that we had growing up with the Masters line. And now we've got the Origins versions of those, which I am excited about. And once these are readily available, I'll probably get doubles so that I can take them out. And just a few of these I'm going to hang on the wall. I just love the packaging. I love the look of it. I hate that they do these like, don't forget it's the 80s. It's not the original stuff. Don't worry. It's a recreation. 80s adventures. But yeah, the cartoon collection. And so this is what we got coming up. Also Trapjaw and Tila, I think they're coming in March. And these two are coming at the end of the year. And I was able to get these from Big Bag Toy Store, but they are going to be showing up at retail. I believe both Target and Walmart are going to have this line. But yeah, love it. So cool. Really impressed with these figures, the Origins figures. I really love them. And there you go. That is it right now, guys. So I thank you so much for watching. I'm sorry for the lack of videos, but as I've said to you guys, I do them when I can, or I do them when I really feel like it's something that I want to talk about, something that I can talk about to you guys. It's something itching in my craw. I still got collection video to go through. I'm next up is the sci-fi and fantasy, and then we'll do action, and then we'll do comedy. But I will get to them. I will. So I appreciate the people who are still here, and of course the people who are just seeing the channel and wanting to see what this channel is all about. There's a lot of content here, different things in the realm of geeky pop culture and horror movies and all of that stuff. So thanks everyone for digging the magic and the eroticism of It Crept from the 80s. And hope you guys have a great Thanksgiving coming up, and we'll see you on the next episode of It Crept from the 80s. Bye.